now presenting my special Gen Z guest. Take it away.
Hello, people of the World Wide Web, or WWW. Welcome to a Biz Creator channel. I am a special guest on this channel, let's say today. But today I'm going to be talking to you guys about starting a YouTube channel, how to grow it, and it's coming from somebody who's me. I am Gen Z. I'm on the lower end of Gen Z. I'm not super young, but I'm not super old, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm Gen Z. I'm in my 20s, early 20s. But I'm going to start this off by talking about how you can grow a YouTube channel, what my experience is, and what tips I can give you. Usually it's, the older generations giving the younger generation, tips on things. But this time around, it's me, because this is kind of my thing. So a little bit about me. I've run, in my lifetime, I'd say about 4 YouTube channels. One of them was an IRL content one, and the other 3 were gaming channels, because, I'm Gen Z, I like gaming, I guess, right? I have amassed a total of probably 1 million views between all those, between the years, which isn't like the craziest thing, but it's still pretty good. And then at least, I'd say like 2,000 followers just on YouTube between all 4 of those. One of them, I'm kind of just, giving like I started it when I was like, 14, and it only lasted until I was like 16. So I'm counting that one, but that one really doesn't count, I guess. But that's kind of my experience. And, well, if you really want to know how to like start a YouTube channel, or if you should, if you're thinking about it, literally do it, okay? And honestly, my tip for you is consistency. And everybody says, oh, consistency, you just got to be consistent. There's a little more to it. Not only is it consistency, but it's also just everything down to the littlest thing. You need to find a niche, which I found, is gaming. Everybody does gaming, but the gaming channels that I did were, with my friends or whatever. And, people like to be parts of like those kind of groups, I guess. So that's what mine was. And then the other one, it was an IRL like content kind of channel, but YouTube took it down because I guess YouTube didn't like it. I don't know, maybe it was like a copyright thing. I did get like 2 strikes in one day. I don't know what I did, but all right, whatever. So I took it down, but that was my biggest channel. And with that one, I only had it about a year, and I had 500,000 views. And a lot of that was just posting short form content, long form content. And YouTube Shorts, believe it or not, were pretty good for that kind of thing, especially the views. Most of the views came from YouTube Shorts, but I got most of my subscribers from the YouTube Shorts. I guess my experience on YouTube has been a pretty positive one. I edited all my videos. I did, I did thumbnails. I edited my own videos. I did all that. And it's really nice being your own boss, being able to be like, okay, let me, do I want to film today? No. Should I? Yes. And with the stuff that I had, it was like, well, I'm doing it anyways, right? Like the gaming channel stuff. I'm playing games with my friends or whatever anyways. So, might as well just record it, right? Just procrastination is not it. But when you are your own boss, you get a little bit more leeway, I would say. But if you're like ready to start a channel, or you think you should start a channel, like I said earlier, you 100% should. It's free. And you're gonna put a lot of time into it. And if you have time and effort and consistency and all that, then you can build something. Think of it as like a business. You start out very small, and you might not get views. A lot of my channels, they got like I put my blood, sweat, tears, and everything into some videos, and it would be like 10 views. And I'd be like, cool, that was 1 week of my life I'll never get back. And then you'll just go upload something else, and you're like, whatever, I gave up or whatnot, because you're like, well, that other one, I put so much effort into that one, it didn't go anywhere. And then this one will get a bunch of views. You're like, how did that get a bunch of views? I'd say it really is just like, if you hadn't posted that video, it wouldn't have gotten a bunch of views. But then, now that you have, you get like a crap ton of views, I guess. But it just depends on the content, right? Because like if you're doing what this channel is doing. I was brought on here as a guest speaker. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm here, honestly. But I was brought on as a guest, and I was just supposed to talk about my experience as someone a little bit younger. And I have basically, I worked on a lot of channels. I have a little bit to show for it. I've got a lot of experience editing and thumbnails. And like I said, 1 million views, can you even imagine 1 million people in one spot? That's how many people have viewed my videos. That's a lot, so it's kind of an accomplishment. And I'm not working on any channels right now or projects currently, but it's still like, you know, I have experience. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not like, you know, just talking out of nowhere. So basically, I guess I'll get back to the tips thing. I'm trying to talk about my experience because I got some notes. I need to talk about my experience. I already introduced myself, and then I got to talk about, like, you know, like, I guess tips about starting the channel. And like I said, it's free. And if you're good at it, or the algorithm likes you, or you just like what you do and you build a community, if you look at it, you got free money. You know, you started it for free. Yeah, you need some initial equipment, but literally some people have blown up YouTube channels and started just from their iPhones. I know a lot of people who I watch, and, you know, even like someone like Mr. Beast, if you know who that is, dude just started literally recording from like his phone, or started recording just anything, and was just like, cool. And now look where he is now. I'm not saying that could be everybody, but if you find your niche and you find your community, it's very easy to build. And when you find a community, that community now knows you, and they can go tell other people about you, and it just gets bigger and bigger. They loop more people in, and then those people loop more people in. And I know a big thing that a lot of people get stressed out about is like, oh, I've been doing this for a year and I haven't gotten anywhere. And that's totally okay. Some people's first videos will blow up. They never do another video, and you're like, dude, do another video. You're making money. Like, you can make money from this. What are you doing? Some people will be going for 5 years and they don't get anywhere, and then out of the blue nowhere, they get their comeuppance, and, you know, they're huge and they make money from YouTube, and they quit their day job. You know how many stories I've heard about that? That's not what I'm trying to do. I just like editing. I like, you know, YouTube. So yeah, consistency, and then just not getting upset, right? Like, what do they say? Comparison is the thief of joy. If you like your channel and you like what you're doing, and even if you have like a couple people who like it, then, you know, you're doing good. You're already doing good. And there's other ways you can, you know, grow your channel. You gotta market. Marketing is huge. There's so many people on YouTube who got big from shout outs, or, you know, talking to another guy who like, I don't, you know, he's got like way more subscribers than I do, or he's got a bigger community, and you reach out to them, they reach out to you. Next thing you know, you're working alongside them, making more money or the same, or you somehow get bigger than they do. That's what has happened to a lot of people on YouTube. And there's really no reason. I mean, like I've been saying, I'm trying to hammer this in. It's literally free. You just sign up with an email. And then if you have a phone, there you go. You got it. All this optional stuff, microphones, cameras, lights, depending on what you do, right? Like if you're doing like stuff you need to do on the computer, like tutorials maybe, or something like that, then obviously you need like a recording software and program. And then editing and doing the thumbnails is a whole different beast in itself. But, you know, if you can teach yourself that, it's super easy. And depending on your content, you might not need to do a lot of that stuff. You might not need Photoshop or an editing software like I have, but it doesn't matter your age. If you want to start now, you can start now. If you wish you started years ago, the only thing I'm going to say to you honestly is YouTube. Yeah, you probably should have started a couple years ago, but don't delay. Don't delay and be like, oh, well, if I should have started years ago, so what if I start a couple years in the future? Start now, because in the future, you're going to be like, wow, if I would have started 3 years ago, or when I saw that video or whatever, then, sorry, excuse me, then you're going to be like, well, if I started then, I would have actually had a community. Now I started, and, you know, I've thought of that too. Like, I always thought, like, back when I first started, like, my gaming channels or whatever, channels, because there's like 3 of them, 2 of them, I don't know, I lost track. I was thinking about maybe I should stream, and look at streaming now. It's insane. It blew up, and I didn't hop on that train. And I always think to myself, you know, maybe if I started streaming back in the day, I'd actually be like, maybe I'd be a big streamer. You know, you never know. So you need to start today. Start today. Don't mess around. Yeah. Anyways, I hope this video, I don't know, I yap a lot. I just say a lot of nothing. I have three sentences that tell me what to say. I had to make something out of 3 sentences, but I mean, that's what YouTube's about, right? I mean, and don't be shy. Do not be shy with the cameras. Don't be shy with any of that. If you feel awkward, whatever, you know. I talk to myself a lot. If there's other people in your house that hear you talking, so what? Like, you probably hear your neighbors through the wall or something, or, you know, if you're brushing your teeth in the morning and, you know, scrubbing your tongue and you're like, ah, in the morning, you know, and Sorry, that was, I don't know what I'm talking about. But like, you know, don't be nervous. Don't be awkward around the camera or whatever. Just do your thing, be you. That's what they say. That's what they always say. Be yourself, be yourself. And it's like, well, yeah, literally just be yourself. And you know, if you're like, oh, well, people don't like me, I don't like my personality. Trust me, there's so many people in the world. Somebody is gonna like you, you know, someone's gonna like your personality. So it doesn't matter. And same thing with content. If you think your content's stupid or boring, well, look at how much stuff is on, you know, like TV and on YouTube as well. Like, people just upload the most boring stuff, and you might not think it's boring, or you might think it's boring, but it'll have like 1 million views. You're like, damn, how'd this get 1 million views? It's because no matter what, there's always someone, you know, who's gonna watch your stuff, and there's always someone who's gonna, you know, interact with you or whatever, or someone who's gonna like what you're doing. And at the same time, if you're worried about hate or whatever, dude, like, there's always gonna be hate. There's always has been, always will be. You just gotta be like, whatever, dude, like, you're lame. You spent time out of your day to, you know, leave a hate comment or whatever. It's like, cool, you know, congrats, I guess. Have fun, you know, sleeping later. I don't know. I mean, like, you're still human, you know, just like me, and you're gonna leave a hate comment. It's like, well, I don't care. You don't care either, so, you know, whatever. But yeah, I guess that'd be my advice. But yeah, that's kind of like my experience and who I am and why I could like kind of talk about this stuff. And then there's like different social medias. If you don't want to do YouTube, you could always do like other social medias, but you could also do YouTube at the same time and bring traction from those places over to YouTube, or YouTube over to those places, and just expand, you know, think about it as a business, or you're taking over some place, you know, you always want to expand your army or whatnot. But yeah, and that's kind of been my experience. That's what I've done. I mean, 1 million views ain't bad over like, what I say, 2,000 followers, maybe like closer to 3,000, but I mean, that's not a lot. And then you think 1 million views and it's like, yeah, that's pretty damn good. And like, I'm not like the best editor, and I'm not like the best at Photoshop, but like, I put my content out, sometimes I'm like, damn, that's stupid. And it is stupid, and I think it kind of sucks. But then I'll get like 1,000 views, I'll be like, well, nice, hey, got 1,000 views. I did a knife review of a buck 120. It's like a hunting knife. I did a review on that, and I was like, this sucks. It's like 4 minutes long, and it's just some like shots of the knife and like me explaining its durability and the sharpness and like what comes with it and the price, is it good? And I was like, well, it's like a 4-minute video, whatever. I just filmed it to post it. Like 1,000, maybe 2,000 views at this point, or what it was before the channel got deleted. So, hey, you know, just post whatever. Anyways, I was supposed to keep this at 10 minutes. It is almost 15, so I should probably go. And yeah, so at the end of the day, just dive into the deep end, right? What's the worst that can happen? You drown? I mean, that is pretty bad, but like, what if you don't drown, you know? Plus, people float, I guess, you know? You jump into the deep end. If you know how to float, you float. You'll survive, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, start that channel or start that business and just be, you know, be yourself, but also the best version. And you'll make it somewhere, I guess. All right, well, goodbye, I guess. I mean, probably see you next time, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not good with the outros. The intro, sure, maybe, but outros, no. There's no way to really just do it. It's like hanging up a call. It's like, okay, bye. You're like, bye. You're like, okay, who hangs up first? In this case, it's me. Goodbye.